Are you sick of being uninspired, distracted, or in survival mode all the time? What if the key to reaching your full ability was hidden in the things you do every day? The famous samurai Miyamoto Musashi was good with more than just his sword. He was also good with his mind and body. The timeless advice he shared can help you do your best every day. This video shows you how to reach peak performance every day with discipline, clarity, and strong habits that will change your life. Lesson 1. Win the first hour. Miyamoto Musashi's theory stresses how important it is to have a sacred first hour every day. When your mind is clear, your energy is high, and your goals are still open to change, this hour is the best time to perform at your best. To win this hour, you have to take charge of your day and focus on clarity and control instead of letting things get in the way. Musashi thought that being disciplined in small things would help you win big fights. Start the first hour by meditating or taking deep breaths to clear your mind. Then, move your body by stretching, walking, or working out. This will wake up your nervous system and tell your body of its strength. Not just chores, but also how you want to feel and do for the day should be written down. Reactive content like emails, news, and social media will take over your thoughts if you let them. With purpose and focus, the first hour of your day should show who you are becoming and set the tone for the rest of the day. Things might get crazy later, but being clear at the start makes all the difference. To win the first hour, you don't need to be perfect, you just need to plan well. Start your day like a warrior by taking strong, thoughtful action. If you win the morning, you win the day. Lesson 2. Train like a warrior, think like a monk. Musashi knew how to keep his body strong and his mind calm at the same time. He trained with his swords non-stop, pushing himself to the limit and building character through pain, sweat, and battle. Strong isn't enough, though. Peak workers need to think like monks as well. Being still, quiet, and aware of yourself are secret tools that peak performers use. In a noisy world, it's important to find your center through deep breathing, meditation, and writing in a diary. Musashi said that people should be in rhythm with themselves and the world around them, like water that is both soft and strong. This beat comes from keeping your mind and body in balance. To get both sides of your sword sharp, train like a warrior. Get up early, move, fight, and compete. But think like a monk. Step back, think, and watch. Take a break from the chaos and get in touch with your higher mission. People get burned out these days because they train their bodies too much and their minds too little. Musashi thought that balancing all of your parts was the key to real power. Train like a fighter, which means being tough, focused, and hardcore, and think like a monk, which means being calm, present, and wise. You don't just perform at your best when these things come together, you live there. Lesson 3. Use the 90-20 rule. To reach peak performance, the 90-20 rule can help you learn how the brain works best. Working hard for 90 minutes and then taking a deep rest for 20 minutes is part of it. Musashi, who was a fencer, trained with full concentration, not doing anything else while he did it. New research in neuroscience shows that the brain can only focus and work deeply for about 90 minutes. After that, it gets tired and performance goes down. The 90-20 rule helps things run in cycles that make sense, so people can focus on their most important job without being interrupted. After 90 minutes, they take a break for 20 minutes and do something different, like meditate, breathe, walk, or stretch. This 20-minute break is important for recovery, like how a warrior sharpens his sword before a fight. Musashi works in a planned and rhythmic way, which turns your day into a series of sprints instead of a mindless race. With the 90-20 rule, you can plan your time so that you work when you're feeling strong and rest when you're not. This makes it a habit to keep doing great work without getting tired. Make the most of your time and energy by following the 90-20 rule. Work like Musashi did, focused, fierce, and in the flow. Here's how to get to your best performance. Lesson 4. Create the no matter what habit. Habits are very powerful, but the real trick is to make one that is so important and established that you have to do it no matter what. Miyamoto Musashi, a great warrior, knew this and practiced every day no matter what. A no matter what habit is an action that you always do that helps you reach your goals and builds your identity. You could write in a notebook every morning, do push-ups, read for 20 minutes, or meditate before bed. The important thing is not how big the habit is, but how often you do it. When you do the same thing every day, you start to trust yourself and feel more like yourself. Small actions like this build up over time to lead to bigger changes. Your no matter what habit makes you stronger, more disciplined, and more mentally tough. Life will test you, though, and the difference between peak performers and regular ones is that peak performers show up when things get hard. Pick a small habit that fits with your bigger goal and make a promise to do it every day, even if it's only for 5 minutes. Over time, this practice becomes a part of who you are and is done without thinking. You move through life with confidence and speed when you start each day with a routine that shows who you really are. Lesson 5. Guard your attention like treasure. Your attention is the most important thing you have in a world full of noise, distractions, and never-ending demands. And you have to guard peak performance like a prize if you want to use it. Miyamoto Musashi knew how to be present. He paid full attention when he was in war. He kept his mind on the task at hand. He didn't let his feelings or outside noise get to him. His attention was like a blade, sharp, focused, and all on the job at hand. Notifications, texts, social media, and ads are all around us all the time these days. Every one of these things takes some of your attention away. This makes it harder for you to concentrate, think clearly, and do your best work over time. You need to get your attention back if you want to follow Musashi's way. That starts with being aware. Pay attention to where your mind goes. Do you answer your phone every time it rings? Do you jump from one job to another without finishing any? These bad habits waste your time and energy and stop you from getting things done. Set ground rules. Turn off alerts that aren't necessary. Pick times to check your emails and texts. Set aside time for deep work, during which you block out all other activities and focus on a single important job. To Musashi, planning was the most important thing in battle. A strategy is to keep your mind on something. It helps you stay ahead, get clear, and make real progress in a world full of distractions. You also need to be careful about what you eat. What you feed your mind shapes it. Are you reading to fill it up with shallow information, or are you reading to learn and grow? Make a smart pick. The key to your life is your care. Keep it safe like gold. Since it's gold, your work is much better when you concentrate hard, even for short periods of time. It takes you less time to do more. You're happier and less stressed out. It turns you into a master of your time instead of a slave to something else. Musashi's reputation was built on being very focused. That should motivate you to ignore the noise and focus your attention on something important. You perform at your best when you pick where your mind lives and don't let anyone take it. Lesson 6. Turn pain into fuel. Pain is going to happen, but people can choose to suffer. People who know how to use pain as fuel are ahead of the rest. Miyamoto Musashi had a very hard time. He was young when his father died, and he spent most of his life by himself. He fought over 60 fights to the death. He never let pain break him. He instead used it to make himself smarter, stronger, and more determined. Pain can be your worst enemy or your best friend. When you learn how to use pain as fuel, it gives you energy that can't be beat. It's important to learn from every failure, rejection, and loss. It starts a process of growth. The important thing is to stop avoiding pain and accept it. What does this pain want me to learn? What kind of strength does it show? What part of me do you want to rise? Musashi taught that hardship is what makes the soul strong. Like a sword that has been honed by fire, your battles have shaped you. Face them instead of running away. Learn, change, grow. Peak performers don't have better lives. They just have different ways of coping with pain. Tests are what they see obstacles as. They think that pain is the price of being great. They lean in when other people quit. Make use of your pain. Use it as power for your morning workout. Let it motivate you to become a master. Let it remind you of your drive, your goal, and your strength. Musashi didn't feel bad about himself when he was training alone in the woods and didn't have anyone to help him or praise him. He turned inside. It was clear. He came out stronger. You can too. No matter what pain you're going through, heartbreak, loss, or fear, channel it. Put it all into your work, your skill, and your growth. Think about how it could make you more caring, driven, and focused. You can let pain kill you, or you can let it make you a warrior. Pick the way of the warrior. Lesson 7. End with a power-down ritual. The way you start your day sets the tone for the whole day. The way you end your day determines how well you heal and how ready you are for tomorrow. Miyamoto Musashi knew how important music was. He thought that people should connect with the flow of nature and their own spirit. When the fight or training was over, there was always a return to silence. A return to being clear. In current times, this would be called a power-down ritual. After a long day, this is a planned, relaxing practice that will help your mind unwind, your body relax, and your spirit recharge. Without it, a lot of people go to sleep with a lot of worry, busy minds, and screens that keep them awake. They can't get a deep sleep, think clearly, or feel emotionally balanced because of this. But a power-down routine helps you get your rest and energy back. How does it look? There might be no computers for 30 minutes before bed. A hot bath. Reading a few pages of something that makes you feel good. Writing in a journal about what went well, what you learned, and what you'll do differently tomorrow. Letting go is more important than doing more. Musashi would be by himself and think or write. He didn't fall asleep with a mess. He was clear when he went to sleep. This right brings an end to things. It tells your mind, the battle is over. We're now going to rest. We are now getting ready. Plus, it gets you ready to do well the next day. You wake up clear when you sleep with purpose. And maybe most importantly, it helps you get back in touch with yourself. In a busy and distracting world, your evening routine is a holy place to be still. So make a way to turn off the power. Take it home. And keep it safe. Because you don't just reach your best when you work hard. You also reach it when you heal deeply. You can end your day like a fighter who values both work and rest. When you end the day with purpose, you start the next day with strength. That's how Musashi does things. That is the way to become a master.